Each year, approximately 2 billion pencils are sold in the US, and around 14 billion are sold worldwide. So how are they made? The journey of a pencil begins with the procurement of essential raw materials. The primary components of a pencil are graphite, clay, and wood. Graphite, a naturally occurring form of carbon, is extracted from mines around the world. The highest quality graphite, known as vein graphite, comes from Sri Lanka and Madagascar. At the same time, the clay needed for the pencil's core is gathered from deposits and quarries. This clay is crucial in determining the pencil's hardness and the darkness of its lead. In addition to graphite and clay, wood plays a pivotal role in pencil construction. The most commonly used wood is cedar, specifically California cedar, which has been the preferred choice for many years. Cedar has a pleasant odor, does not warp or lose its shape, and is readily available. Pencil manufacturers often rely on sustainable forestry practices to ensure the responsible sourcing of wood. Once the raw materials are obtained, the preparation of the pencil cores begins with the grinding of graphite and clay into fine powders. The ratio of graphite to clay determines the hardness of the pencil's lead, with a higher graphite content resulting in softer leads and a higher clay content producing harder leads. Next, the powdered graphite and clay are mixed with water to form a homogeneous paste. This paste undergoes a refining process to ensure uniformity. The mixture is then extruded through a machine, shaping it into long, thin rods. These rods are cut into lengths corresponding to the pencil's final size. The process of mixing graphite with clay can be traced back to a chemist named Nicolas Jacques Conté. Interestingly, his discovery emerged from a graphite shortage in the late 18th century. Conté found that by mixing powdered graphite, powdered clay, and water, then molding and baking the mixture, the finished product wrote as smoothly as pure graphite. This revolutionary invention remains fundamental to pencil production to this day. The next step in pencil manufacturing is the encasing process, where the prepared graphite cores are encased in wooden slats. These slats are typically made from cedar wood. The cedar usually arrives at the factory already dried, stained, and waxed to prevent warping. Logs are then sawed into narrow strips called slats, which are about 7 inches long, 0.25 inches thick, and 2.75 inches wide. The slats are placed into a feeder and dropped one by one onto a conveyor belt, which moves them along at a constant rate. One by one, the slats pass under a giant cutting wheel that carves grooves into them, creating the channels that will hold the graphite cores. Continuing along the conveyor belt, half of the slats are coated with a layer of glue, and the cut graphite cores are laid into the grooves of these slats. The slats without glue and graphite in the grooves are placed on another belt that carries them to a machine. This machine picks them up and turns them over so that the grooves face down. The two conveyor belts then meet, and each unglued slat is placed over a slat with glue and graphite, forming a sandwich. Once the sandwiches are off the conveyor belt, they are placed into a metal clamp, squeezed by a hydraulic press, and left clamped together until the glue dries. Once bonded, the pencils go through shaping machines that cut the pencil slats into their iconic hexagonal shape. This shape is popular due to its ergonomic design and resistance to rolling off surfaces. The shaping process is done in 2 steps. First, the upper cutter of the machine forms 3 sides on the top. Then, the lower cutter shapes 3 sides on the bottom. As soon as the bottom sides are formed, the pencils separate. After shaping, the pencils undergo sanding to smooth their surfaces. This step helps to remove any imperfections and provides a comfortable grip for users. The pencils are then coated with a protective layer to improve durability and appearance. A lacquer or enamel coating is applied, and the pencils are dried and polished to achieve a smooth finish. Sometimes pencils may receive additional treatments, such as heat treatment, to enhance their strength and resistance to breakage. Many pencils come equipped with erasers at one end, making them versatile tools for writing and correcting mistakes. The erasers are typically made of synthetic rubber or a combination of rubber and other materials. The idea of attaching an eraser to a pencil is traced back to Hyman W. Lipman, an American whose 1858 U.S. patent was bought by Joseph Reckendorfer in 1872 for a reported $100,000. The process of making an eraser starts with placing a batch of rubber into a mill. The rubber passes repeatedly between large heated rollers. Additives, including pigments, fillers, and vulcanizing agents, are added between the rollers. The mixture is blended thoroughly to ensure the uniform distribution of ingredients. Vulcanization is a critical process in eraser manufacturing. It typically occurs in specialized machines known as vulcanization presses or vulcanizers. These machines are designed to apply heat and pressure to the rubber compound, allowing the cross-linking of polymer chains and transforming the raw rubber material into a more durable and resilient form. In addition to making the rubber more elastic and resilient, vulcanization also enhances its effectiveness in erasing pencil marks. To create eraser plugs that will be attached to the pencils, an extrusion process is typically used. The rubber mixture, in the form of a soft solid, is forced through a die to form a long cylinder. This cylinder is repeatedly cut as it emerges, forming individual eraser plugs. To attach the eraser, a ferrule, a metal or plastic piece is inserted at the opposite end of the eraser, and the assembly is fixed onto the pencil. This process may involve some automated steps, but certain pencil assemblies are still done manually. Pencils are often initially packaged in bulk quantities for distribution to retailers, wholesalers, and stationery suppliers. Bulk packaging typically involves packing large quantities of pencils into sturdy cardboard boxes. The boxes are designed to accommodate various pencil sizes and can hold hundreds or even thousands of pencils. For pencils intended for direct sale to consumers, retail packaging is used. Retail packaging typically includes individual pencil sets or packs where pencils are neatly arranged and secured inside cardboard, plastic, or blister packs. The packaging often includes branding, product information, and barcode labels for easy scanning at the point of sale. During the manufacturing process, pencils travel along conveyor belts and undergo thorough scrutiny before they are distributed to the public. Workers are trained to discard pencils that appear dysfunctional, and a select number are sharpened and tested. When the manufacturing process is complete, a common issue is ensuring that the glue in the sandwich adheres properly. However, this problem is usually caught during the cutting of the sandwiches. Despite the world increasingly moving towards electronic devices, the pencil industry continues to grow steadily. The current global market size of the pencil industry is estimated at $15.95 billion, with experts predicting a 7% growth by 2028.